What's going on, guys? I would have had this video up a lot sooner, but my stupid ass did an entire review for this movie and did not have the mic on, so I'm having to do another one. So here it is. Despite the critics and Lady Gaga fans' best efforts to review bomb Venom, it has raked in about $10 million on its I would say midnight release, but they've got where they do midnight releases at like 5 o'clock the day before. So take from that what you will. Venom has brought in over $10 million, whereas A Star is Born, which is Lady Gaga's little remake of a remake chick flick, has only brought in about 4.6 million, if I've got that number right. We'll look real quick. Now, I'm doing a little review on here myself. This is my review for Venom. As you can see, they did their level best to throw shade at Venom when Venom, as far as the audience score goes, is at 88%. Why is that, I wonder? Well, the primary reason for that is that you're trying to review bomb a movie to get audiences to go see your movie, that even if Venom wasn't coming out, the people that would have watched Venom are not going to go watch A Star is Born. That's just not going to happen. Most of them don't care about it. I don't care about it. I didn't even know that movie was happening until I got I saw like 4 or 5 different articles about review bombs on Venom from people that want you to go see A Star is Born instead. Well, I mean, it didn't work. Now, as far as the movie itself, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was standard Marvel fare. I mean, it's really not any better than, say, Ant-Man or a Captain America movie. I mean, you've got the same. The only problems the movie really had for me was the villain just really wasn't there for me. I mean, but that's standard Marvel movie problem. I mean, you have Malekith from Thor. Let's see. Who else? I know there's been a couple of other ones. Yellow Jacket in Ant-Man. I mean, it's really one-note villains. There's not a whole lot to them. And that was how it was for Riot and the industrialist that he ended up inhabiting. Like, spoiler warning for anybody that, wants to keep stuff under wraps for yourself there. I'm going to spoil the hell out of this movie for you, because I'm going to talk about it. Now, other than that, the things I liked about the movie was they really kind of went out of their way to tie it back to Spider-Man. I mean, you don't get any mentions of Spider-Man, but they do their best to just kind of try to tie it back. Like, when the ship crashes on Earth that's carrying the symbiotes, one of the astronauts is J. Jonah Jameson Jr., which, I picked up on that immediately. Somebody that's not paying attention, I mean, they even say, they call him Jameson. It's him. Let's see. Eddie getting fired from the Globe in New York and being, according to his fiance, chased out of New York. That kind of happened too in the comics. I'm sure under different circumstances, but more or less the same thing. Let's see. I'm trying to think of everything. Now, things that worked in this movie were the dynamic between the symbiote and Brock. Okay, I like that a lot better than the way I haven't read comics in the last 5 years, so I don't know what they're doing with the symbiote now. But as far as when I was reading, the symbiote really didn't have a personality that shined through. I mean, it was just always us, we, that kind of dynamic. Whoever was the host at the time was the one that did the speaking. I'm glad that the symbiote actually speaks for itself now. Let's see. That was something that I really enjoyed about the movie. The action worked. A lot of they had a lot of body horror elements in it that I loved. And one of the things they kept in it was from one of the old. I loved to read the Venom comics when I was a kid, and I read stuff like Separation Anxiety, uh, Maximum Carnage, storylines like that. Now, there was a panel in those books where Eddie's then in the books it was his ex-wife, but in the comics it's his fiance, kind of wears the symbiote to kind of come rescue him, and then ends up kissing him with the symbiote on. I think that it ended up getting reversed, and Eddie was the one that kissed her. But in the movie, it was. I mean, it's gross, but it's awesome at the same time. Now, this movie, and what really made me pop for this movie was the end credit scene. And the first end credit scene, magnificent. The second end credit scene, if you're into the Spider-Verse, that's more or less what that is. Have fun. I mean, that's you. Watch it. But I'm not really into the whole animated into the Spider-Verse thing. I could care less. But Eddie goes to San Quentin for an interview for the news people he works for. And they're warning him to not go near the cage, to not get close. And he walks in there, and there, in a Hannibal-style cage, what I've been speculating for months, stands Woody Harrelson in a ginger wig as Cletus Cassidy. They could not have picked a better person, a better actor for that role, okay? Woody Harrelson will be the perfect Carnage. He was already the perfect Cletus Cassidy for like 2 minutes. And to me, that whole movie exists so that scene can happen. And it's wonderful. I mean, that alone is worth your money for admission. But like I said, the second after credit scene is just a extended like 5-10 minute clip from Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't care about it. If that's your deal, wait the extra 10 minutes to watch it. Hey, have fun. I wish I would have got up, went and peed earlier. But final take, Venom, it does justice to Venom. I was very happy with it at the end of the day, being a Venom fan. That's who this movie's made for. If you're a fan of the Venom stuff, symbiotes, whatever, this is you. If you got any conflicting criticisms about this movie, hey, put them in the comments. We'll talk about them. I got all day. But that's going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks.